So here we are in the breeding shed already. This is Bubba. So why am I in here early? I have 4 males that I've earmarked to breed with females that have specific mutations for color. 2 of them are lace wing females, and 2 of them are, the males actually have the mutation, but I'm trying to get the mutation onto a really high quality hen, and the hens have good feather and good size, so I'm trying to breed them to, so the lace wing girls are going to Bubba and Haverty. These are 2 of my better males. And then I'm trying to get some Texas clear body size and feather. So Liney, Texas clear body male, and Hardy, Texas clear body split male, are getting 2 very high value hens as far as feather and size. The hens are bigger than them and have better feather than them. So that's in an effort to get good size and good feather on a fancy mutation. Here's the thing. The hens that I have collected to do this are old. Both of my lace-wing hens are 2014s, which means that Bubba and Haverty are being bred to hens that are 5 years old, and there's every likelihood that they're not really viable anymore. I've been trying to breed Gidget for a year. Now, a lot of that was due to trying to match her with males that turned out to be infertile. She's bred with Bubba before, but the embryos didn't all fizzle. So that could be because she's old, or it could be because of something else. But I don't know. I bred Haverty and Lacey once before and got 1 live chick out of them that was a female and therefore useless to me. Because Lacey is, although she's a lacewing and a beautiful bird, she's very small and she does not have great feather. And the chick was a female, which means she did not carry the lacewing gene, and she was very small and had lousy feather. So she was I passed her on. The female that I've got earmarked for Liney, he is also bred with before. It's Luscious. She is a 2015, so she's 4 years old. She has not, she's produced eggs with embryos that failed. And the one that I have earmarked for Hardy here is Lilith, whom I've bred twice before. Again, infertile males, I don't know, maybe, but I'm also, Lilith does not have a band on, so I have no idea how old she is. She could be, I've had her for a year, she was an adult when I got her, so she could be 2 years old or she could be 6 years old, I have no idea. But she has in the past hatched out 2 chicks that both died within the first 24 hours. That can be because of old age, or because she's a lousy mother, or because the weather was bad, or whatever. So what I'm saying is these 4 males are high-value males, and I'm breeding them to hens that, if they breed successfully, will put a lot of value into my flock. But they might not be able to breed anymore. Older hens are the ones that are going to get egg-bound, prolapse, God forbid. I hate it when that happens. Older hens are ones that will lay blank eggs with no yolk in them because they don't have any ovums left anymore. Older hens will lay eggs, they'll be fertile, but the embryos will fail to develop all the way. Older hens will just stop laying altogether. So the reason I'm coming in here early is because I do not want to go another breeding season without getting any chicks out of these high-value males. So I put them in here. It's a Monday. On Saturday, I'll put the hens in 5 days. And that will be the 15th of September. By October 1st, when I put everybody else in here, I should have a pretty clear idea of whether these hens are going to perform or not. By then, they'll have started laying, and if anyone is going to go egg-bound or prolapse or lay blank eggs, I'll know. By then, I'll be able to, the eggs will be, that they have laid will be old enough to check and make sure I have fertility, and that they're still developing. And if any of them fail, I have backup hens. Pull them and put a backup hen in with their male so that I can get some chicks out of these guys. Because I do not want to go, I've never gotten a usable chick out of Haverty. I bred Bubba to Breezy a gajillion years ago, like almost a full year ago, and I have had no other chicks out of him since, which is crazy because he's one of my best birds. Hardy, I bred to Racine, not knowing that he was Texas Clear Body split. So now I'm got to breed him again and see if I can get another split chick out of him. So yeah, that's why these 4 guys are in here. But wait, they're not the only guys in here. Here's Storm. Here's Izod. Here's Neon. And up here is an empty cage which will have Buster in it. He's light right now, so he's inside getting bulk food and laxative in case he's got plastic in his gut. So we'll see what happens with that. So why do I have the other guys in here? Well, if these guys manage to produce eggs, the plan was, I limit each pair to bringing up only 3 chicks. Well, my chances of getting, I need out of both Bubba and Haverty, I need a male chick. Not just any chick will do, it has to be a boy. And if they're only raising 3 chicks, the more chicks that I have from them, the better my chances of getting a male out of them, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep 4 of their embryos and foster one to a pair that I already have lots of babies from. So, Storm is Azul's mate. I have many beautiful babies out of them. They're part of Rainbow's line, and Rainbow has been very prolific, and her babies are prolific. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to breed him and Azul, and instead of culling them down to 3 embryos, I'm going to cull them down to 2 of their own chicks, and throw one of Bubba's in on them. So they'll have 3 chicks to raise, 2 of their own and 1 of Bubba's. Up here, I'm going to have Rainbow herself with her new mate, Buster. Now, I've not gotten any babies out of Buster yet, but Rainbow, I have 3 children and 9 grandchildren, and they're lively, beautiful birds. So I don't need a huge amount of her babies. So I'm going to cull them down to 2 chicks, and I'll put one of Haverty's and Lacey's in there for them to raise. To increase my chances of getting those boy chicks that I need. With Hardy, now with Limey, he's okay. Any chick that because he's a full-on Texas clear body, his daughters will all be clear bodies, his sons will all be split clear bodies, so any chick that I get out of him is a usable chick. So I'm just going to give it, he and Luscious are getting their 3, and that's good. Hardy, on the other hand, is split to Texas clear body, so it doesn't show in him. And what that means is his male chicks might or might not be split to Texas clear body. I can't tell because they're all going to look normal, and there's only a 50-50 chance that they'll get the clear body gene out of him because he's a split. So I can't use a male chick from him. I need a female, but not all of his female chicks are going to be Texas split clear bodies because he's split. So only half of them will come out Texas clear body. So in other words, from Hardy, I'm looking for that 1 in 4 chicks that is both a female and a Texas clear body. So if I limit him to 3 chicks, well, my chances are less. 4 doesn't guarantee me anything, but it increases my chances by 25%. So, I am going to leave 4 embryos with them and foster the 4th one to Neon and Angel. Neon is looking good. He's nice and heavy, so when he went through his phase of losing a bunch of weight and everything, apparently he's past it now. So I'm going to foster one of their chicks to him. And then if I have Neon and Angel in here, well, the whole reason I'm breeding them this year is because I have Izod. I need babies out of him. The only baby I have out of him, now he is Phantom Sun and a dilute. And he's part of my dilute breeding line. And the only chick that I have out of him was by Matilda, and he is currently in the kitchen with a gut full of plastic and not doing well. Disaster. So I am rebreeding him to Witch, which is a very, she's tall, she's got nice feather, she plucks her chicks. So I'm going to breed them, I'm going to get 2 eggs out of them, and give them to Neon and Angel. So Neon and Angel are not going to end up raising any of their own chicks. These are my regular parakeets. They're going to raise 3 chicks just like everybody else. 1 will be from Hardy and Lilith, and 2 will be from Izod. From Izod and Witch. I'm going to give 1 of their little parakeet eggs to Witch. And see what she does with it. I figure if she starts to pluck it, if it's a little parakeet chick, I can pull it and plop it in on somebody else, and it'll be easy to foster because it's a small chick, fledges young, doesn't eat much. But I'm giving it to, I'm gonna take the chance and let her have a live chick because I've heard 2 different stories on how this works. You take a high stress hen, put her in a stressful situation, or overbreed her, and have her go low on calcium, and she plucks her chicks. So if you tank them up on calcium and put them in a lower stress situation, supposedly they won't pluck their chicks. I have my doubts. That's why she's getting 1 parakeet chick to work with. The other school of thought is that once a plucker, always a plucker. She's going to destroy that chick. So I'm going to be watching it carefully. They start to pluck them. I'll look at it every day, and they start to pluck them around 2 weeks when they really start putting some feather in. And I'll pull it and drop it on somebody else if she starts to brutalize it. So if I'm going to have Neon and Angel in here to foster one of Hardy's chicks, I have to have these 2 in here because they're fostering their chicks too. They're the only normal parakeet pair that I have that I can toss their eggs. So they'll get 1 chick that will be raised by these guys over here. The other thing I can do is if he starts to pluck a chick, just leave it with Izod. He's an experienced dad, and hopefully it would be old enough so he would take over and feed it up himself. So, but either way, I'm getting 2 chicks down here, and because it doesn't matter whether they're male or female, they're split to dilute, then I only need 2 babies from them. So, that's all good. So yeah, I ended up, because I wanted to bring in these 4 guys and get them started early, so if their hens fail, I can breed them to someone else, I ended up having to bring in all this support crew. These guys to foster chicks to, and these guys to foster other chicks to, and these guys because they need their chicks fostered too, and so I'm going to have 8 pairs in here starting 2 weeks early. In all likelihood, their chicks will all be banded 2018 instead of 2019 because the 2019 bands don't come until November 1st, and by then these guys' chicks will be 3 or 4 weeks old. But that's okay. In the long run, it doesn't make a huge difference because although they get put in the young chick category, they end up on the bench with all the older birds anyway. So in the long run, it really doesn't make any difference. And really, they're not at top showing condition until they're 2 years old anyway, as old Bubba is here. So yeah, that's the plan. As you can see, we're in here pretty tight. Their setup is basically done except the nest boxes. They have their cuddle bomb, which the females will decimate. They have their 2 food dishes down here. They have the little white dish over there, which is intentionally put under a perch to keep the females from pulling it out and throwing it around. And it has their minerals in it, which is oyster shell, sand, and some salt, table salt, iodized. The only thing they're missing is the nest boxes. Oh, and they also have their visual blinds. So I left a little wing sticking out on this one because it's on the corner. So if they're standing over on this side, where's my finger? On this side of the cage, they can't see these guys over here. If they're standing over here, they can see them, but they're far away. So they don't have a sense of being crowded. These guys have theirs up on this side because in 2 weeks I will be populating these cages over here. So I wanted to get them set up in advance. And these guys have a visual blind in between them. This is just poster board put on with binder clips. And they can chew it and eat it and it won't hurt them. Lesson learned. And it keeps them, you know, from feeling crowded, even though these cages are very close together. That's a part of the stress thing, is if other birds are too close to their nest. Aren't you handsome? It's too bad you came out so small. His father was actually a good-sized bird, but he had giardia. His parents managed to pull him and his brother through it, but they ended up very small. What was I going to say? Oh, so that there's a certain distance that other birds need to stay away from their nest to make them feel comfortable. And when I have these cages packed in this tight, that distance isn't necessarily there. Could I tell you exactly what the distance is? No. But they'll adapt, but it creates a high-stress situation, and stress is the last thing that we need. So they're all visually separated from one another. That also means that lesser males that are lower ranking, such as Neon, he doesn't care anyway, Storm, who's kind of middle ranking, and Hardy, who's pretty low ranking.